judging the photographs we saw of him, he looked quite aristocratic, I thought, quite an elegant-looking gentleman. He certainly looked his own man. I was very glad he wasn't in rags and tatters and maybe an old tramp or something like that. I was very impressed indeed.
In 1869, 8 years after he married Elizabeth, Joseph became the curator of Belfast's Botanic Gardens. Reg Maxwell, another former curator, has studied Joseph's career.
Hello there.
Reg Maxwell.
That's right. So good to have you here.
Oh,
it's lovely to see you.
Lovely to be here. The colours are absolutely magnificent.
Taking the post of curatorship of a major botanic gardens, of course, was a great kudos.
Yeah.
It was also good for his CV. It was also good for his contacts. Yeah. It was the clientele that visited.
Yes.
The great and the good.
Yeah. So he really carved a career.
That's right.
Out of the whole thing.
He had to carve a career. Yeah.
Joseph arrived at the gardens at the height of the Victorian Park movement, which had emerged in response to public concern about the appalling social conditions in British cities. Reformers saw the city park as a way of combating ill health and drunkenness amongst the poor, by providing an alternative to the alehouses of the slums. As municipal parks and gardens sprang up all over Britain, talented young gardeners like Joseph were given the opportunity to make a name for themselves.
Joseph actually lived in the gardens. He lived in the curator's house.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yes. Yeah. And the curator's house, there's a picture of it.
Oh, it's a nice-looking building.
It is. And the curator's house was on the terrace where the museum building is now, roughly just where those windows are. The other thing is, while he was here, 2 of his children were born in the house.
That's right. Alan mentioned 2 children born in... That's it, Christina. Yes.
And Joseph.
Records from the gardens show that the family's 8 years in Belfast were successful ones. Joseph's work there soon attracted attention, in particular his introduction of flower shows to the Palm House.
It was moving away from too much of having individual plants.
Sorry, that's really...
That's what it's all about.
Something. Sorry, I stopped you there, but...
That's what it should do. That's just what it should do.
It was just a blaze of colour.
It's the wow factor again.
Yes.
You know, so it was all part of that showmanship that it was about.
Showmanship.
Showmanship.
Ah, we're getting near. We're getting near.
It's in the genes, you see.
A showman. Yeah.
He went on to do lots of exhibitions. It was about colour. It was about variety. It was a place to go and meet and talk and just enjoy.
Joseph's exhibitions were reported as amongst the best that had ever been seen in Ireland, and he left the gardens after 8 years in charge with his star on the rise.
I was really quite staggered when you see what the man started here and the way he developed it. He lived in this big house, 6 children, everything looked so settled. And what about this letter I received, accusing him of being a bigamist? And then what about him dying at sea? Where does it all fit in?